Hello, everybody. It's James here, WSI, and my next guest has just told me that this is only his second ever interview, so hopefully it'll be his best interview ever, and he's one of the most feared men who ever stepped in the squared circle. It is, of course, the Barbarian. How are you this morning?
Okay, I'm doing fine, James. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for coming on, especially at this early hour. Was it 7:30?
So what time there in England?
It's 5 hours ahead, so we're hang on.
Oh, okay.
We're 12:45, so I'm ready for lunchtime now. Have you had breakfast yet?
Not yet. After you.
Oh, fair enough then. Well, we're going to keep it to a quick hour because normally we go forever on these things, but we'll keep it to a quick hour, and we're going to go through some of your early career. We've got loads of questions. And the first one is, I thought I'd ask you about the man who just passed away a few days ago, Antonio Inoki. Any specific memories about Inoki?
Yes, sweet, very sweet memory. You know, he helped me when I first broke into the business. And he bring me to Japan for so many times. And yeah, he was a special man, you know. I was blessed. You know. He liked me, and he kept bringing me every year. So yeah, it's so sad, you know, that he passed. So we lost a good man.
Yeah. How did you first come to the attention of Inoki? How did he first discover you?
You know, myself and Haku, you know, we were sumo. Yeah, we were sumo, you know, and that's how we started, I think. And then then he found out that Haku and myself in a professional wrestling, we're in a business. But the one thing, James, Haku never worked for Inoki. You know, he always worked for Papa. You know, Papa son. So Haku went for Papa, me went for Inoki. So and somehow, you know, and I was mingled with the young boys. Well, I was a young boy at that time too. So, and he liked it, you know. American guys came late to the arena, so they had to come around and pick me up and go and train with Inoki and the young boys, you know. And somewhere he liked me, and he kept bringing me in. You know, it broke my heart when I heard the story. You know, he passed.
Yeah, Inoki had a great love for, you know, legitimate tough guys. So he saw you with your sumo background. Was that what Inoki was drawn to? Was your sumo background?
I believe so. I believe so. You know, when I first came in, talk about myself. You know, I didn't know how the fan gonna react. But you know, the fan follow my career. Started from sumo, so they respond, and Inoki liked that, and Inoki always tell me after the show, very good. You know, my name, I don't know if you know James. My name in Japan, they used to call me Konga the Barbarian. So that's a name I just went along, and thanks for Inoki-san, you know, Inoki-san for the opportunity that he gave me. Yeah, I missed the man, and yeah, heartbroken.
Yeah. One more thing about Inoki is, why did he have such a special connection with the fans?
You know, that's a tough question. Was only two people in Japan, you know, Papa-san or Inoki-san. So he was so over. You know, he was like, you know, he was like God, you know, in Japan. And yeah, you know the story. Papa and Inoki, they were together and they split. So Inoki went the other side. He began New Japan, and Papa was the old Japan. So, but Inoki was just was huge, you know, and never bad guys. Always a good guys, and you know, and he's a tough guy. And I saw a few when I was there. You know, people want to test him. You know, they want to see how tough he was, and they wish they didn't. But Yeah, but he was so over with the fan, and the fan loved him. So
we'll move on from Inoki, and as we said before, you started in sumo. You were migrated over to professional wrestling. Who discovered you as far as bringing you over to professional wrestling?
Great question. Red Bastien. Yeah, Red Bastien, the old man. Red Bastien, one day, so he was friend with my uncle. My uncle was a powerlifting, and that's how I began lifting, for my uncle. So Red Bastien was really close, and he called my uncle's name was so long, Red Bastien just called him Rick, R-I-C-K. That was not his name because the Tongan name is so long, just call him Rick. And I look at him, who's Rick? And he said, me. That's my new name. So long story short, they were good friends, and Red Bastien saw me, I was a powerlifting before, and saw me young and strong, and he said, son, you want to be a wrestling? I said, wrestling? No. No, it's not bad. I'm wrestling. And I asked him, he said, I want on TV bleeding and everything. Yeah, but it's not bad. No. I'm a little concerned about, I thought it was, the hurting son. And long story short, the old man was keep chasing me. Finally, one day we went to a restaurant, have coffee, and he said, and then he broke me in. James, he broke me in, and he trained me. He charged everybody, but me, I trained for free.
Really?
So, I trained because my uncle, they were a good friend. And then not only that, but I couldn't afford. I stay with my parents. I work at night, bouncer. Bouncer at night, and help my father to the yard, working like pour concrete and cutting trees, whatever. But without pay, because I live under my parents, so I make a little money on a bouncer. But that's how I started. And he said, Red Bastien was starting me in the business.
You'll have to forgive me because I'm going to be skipping quite a lot of the story, because for time. Sure. But I was hoping you'd talk to me about WCCW Dallas working for Fritz von Erich, and you got in there around mid 1983, just when the territory was starting to cook and starting to explode with the Freebirds coming in and everything. Specifically, do you have any memories of hanging out with the Von Erichs and David in particular?
Yeah, no, James. I was working with a family very short time, probably about 3 months, because I was on my way to Atlanta. Maybe 3 months. I don't know much about the family, and thanks to Von Erich for giving me a chance to to work in the territory. But David and and lately when what's his name, Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah.
When Kerry came to WWF, then I really meet Kerry and talk to him, and I know him much more. But Kevin, I met Kevin lately, then I talked to him, same thing, and I know Kevin much more. But David, I met David, but I didn't really know David. Another thing, Mike, James, I went to Japan one tour, and their younger brother, remember Mike?
Mike Von Erich, I do.
Mike Von Erich. Yeah, we went there for six weeks. Mike, and he came from a named family, and everybody wanted to test him. The young boy, when you go to Japan for first time, they put you with the young guys, and the young guys, they were shooting. You follow me, James?
Yeah.
They were shooting. No American style. No work. They were shooting. So they put poor Mike to the with the young guys, and they were brutal him every night. So long story short, Mike. So I took Mike under my wing, and he always hang around with me, and I took him where to eat, and and he liked it, and he told his parents, his brothers, big Barbarian took care of me, and finally after a few months, and I heard he was suicide. That was heartbreaking.
With I mean, this is probably another downer of a story, but what was Kerry like? Kerry Von Erich, when he went to the WWF, did you spend much time with him? And did you ever find out until after about his foot that was missing?
Yeah, yes, James, heartbroken. Yeah, I did. I never saw. I heard story. What do you call it? Bike accident. Yeah. He but he never took shower. He never took shower. We tried to see his legs, but he never took shower. He came from the hotel already, wrestling gear dressed up, and he left same thing. So he gave it pretty much. But Kerry was really good to me. He's a nice guy, but he's a little off. Sometimes. One time, James, back then I was on a payphone talking to my wife, and I saw Kerry walking straight to me. Hey, Bob. Hey, he'll shake hand with me. And I keep talking, Mama. And I saw him, he turned around and come back to me. Hey, Bob, it's good to see you. James, I think it was about 4 times going back in the fourth. And I told my wife, man, honey, let me talk to you later. So I need to get out of here. But, things like that. Huh? But, Kerry was heartbroken, took his life. But he was a good man.
Well, hopefully we'll move on to something with a more fun story to it. You end up in Memphis for a short time. Was it Jerry Lawler who gave you the name King Konga?
Yes, sir. Yeah, Lawler, I respect him and everything in the world. He gave me the name King Konga. I remember one night, and I came to the arena, Mid-South Coliseum. That's how they cut my hair, shaved my hair, and gave me the name. And I went to my apartment and opened the door, knocked the door. Mama opened the door, and he saw me with a mohawk. She thought he's someone else. But Laura gave me the name King Konga, and that was my first break. Yeah, thanks to the King for.
With Jerry, 1 sec, let me just pause. Did Jerry Lawler would have this thing where he'd get a young guy like you and a great big, good-looking young guy like you, and he would walk them through matches. And so many people I've spoke to who were young when they worked with Lawler basically said he's the best person in the world to work with if you don't quite know what you're doing yet. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. He'll bring you and create. He create a monster out of you, and he will work with you, and throw money. But he was a creator. He was a creator. What's his name? Jarrett was a promoter, and Laura was a booker. But he was the best. And James, everybody came through Memphis. And when they leave Memphis, they had a character. They had a gimmick. You name rock and roll, Kamala. Yeah, I saw it. Ravishing Rick Rude. Before Rick Rude came to NWA and WWF, he got the name from Lola, Ravishing. Ravishing. I mean, everybody. So Lola was very smart in the business. Yeah, he was a creator.
Who was your first big rivalry with that was a big deal on television? Because I had you working with Austin Idol quite a lot. I don't know if that was maybe one of your first.
Yes, I did. I did work because Lola was building me to work him. So Austin Idol, we had a little program with Austin, to make me, I was young and young, don't know much about the business. But thanks for Austin Idol for helping me as a young boy, ready for the king. Yeah, right.
Any chance you saw it's a show that came out on Tuesday called Tales from the Territories, and it was about Memphis wrestling. Any chance you saw that show?
No, James, I didn't see. I wish I did.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I didn't see.
Well, it focuses on a few themes that ran through Memphis. One of them was very creative storytelling because they were always on a shoestring budget. But also, they mention about fans rushing the ring and attacking the wrestlers. Did you get that a lot? Did you ever have someone watch your back? Did you ever take someone to the back and deal with them?
No, I didn't have much lot. I got stabbed. Not much in the ring. I got stabbed in Puerto Rico. I was working. Remember Pedro Morales?
Yeah,
Pedro Morales. I believe he just came out from WWF, and when he came to Puerto Rico, I was established. I was established already. In the territory. And, of course, he came there, was a big name, and the Puerto Rico loved him. And I was a heel. And my manager was a little Puerto Rican, Palapas. Name was Palapas. So, they hate him, and I don't speak Spanish, but whatever he said, they want to kill him. They wanted to kill him. But long story short, me and Pedro, we were fighting outside around the house, and I got stabbed. I didn't know. A good thing he didn't poke, but he just slid me the side of my back. I got, but they never. Matter of fact, I got an instant, James. If you don't mind me telling.
No, please.
My first debut for NWA. Take a memory back there. I think I told Christian. Maybe I didn't. So my first debut, I remember, was in Charlotte. Was a name Independent Arena back then. They call it Pochenko right now. So my first debut was right before Christmas. Yeah, right before Christmas. Christmas Eve. Big show in Independent Arena. So nobody know who I was. I just came from Puerto Rico. And no change. I came from Puerto Rico with that attitude, everything goes. See, I didn't know. So a dusty road, they walk around naked and came to our locker room. And I said, man, what's going on here? Do I in the right territory? So this is the first time I met the Dusty in my room naked. So, two different locker rooms. So he came to the hill and say, hey, kid, I'm Dusty Road. I'm the Puka. And who was the boss? Crockett. Jim Crockett was. Jim Crockett was walk behind him, and he introduced Crockett to me, and I got up, introduced myself, and he told me, kid, I don't allow anybody out there to watching a match. Watching the match. That's why we have monitor. We have monitor in the locker room. You watch the match. You watch the show in the monitor. Yes, sir. So all I do, James, yes, sir. No, sir. I didn't say no. Everything, yes, sir. So I said, okay, kid. You're not working tonight, but I want you to run in and involve a match. Yes, sir. So he told me, remember Sempui, one of the Sempui Express, Ray Candy, big black guy, Ray Candy, was having a match with Jody Hamilton, one of the assassins. So I guess, I didn't know what the problem was. I guess they turned assassin babyface. So long story short, I said, yes, sir. And Dusty told me, just run in there and just give him an easy put, give him the put, to break the count or DQ. I said, yes, sir. See, James, I came to the territory with my crazy thinking, and I thought Charlotte, North Carolina, everything same like Puerto Rico. So I didn't know that, everything goes, no rule. That's why, well, I'll tell you later about Don Panesto gave me that name. So I came in, and Dusty said, just run in and give an easy put. Yes, sir. So he left. And I'm sitting in my corner, When I came change the locker room, nobody introduced themselves to my, I was nervous. When you go to a territory as a rookie, you're nervous. Yeah. You don't know anybody, you lost. So nobody could introduce himself. So I'm hiding in a little corner, and I was thinking, what can I do? To me, run into easy put. That's not action. That's nothing. I'm the Barbarian. I had to come up with something, better. Better. So, James, true story. I had to walk to the public. Remember, Dusty said, no one allowed. I have to cafe in the back and walk to the public toilet. And I saw the shelf, those shelf and the mirror in front of the shelf. Underneath is a 2x4, so I kicked the 2x4. It was a pretty good size door, and I came and hid it behind the door. You follow me, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, behind the door, cafe from the boys. I don't have to tell Dusty. So, and I'm looking. Dusty told me where my cue. When the big Ray Kennedy dropped his knee, there's your cue run in and, cause the DQ. Yes, so I'm hiding the 2x4 behind the door, and I'm looking at the monitor. When I saw a big Ray Kennedy drop his knee, I'm on my way, but I took the 2x4. Remember, James, I came out with just street clothes, nobody who I was. I was just like someone from the street. I came in and I hit, and it happened. Assassin, his back to me when I came in. When I came in with 2x4, I hit him so hard. Don't forget, I came in with the Puerto Rico style. I hit him, Chris. I hit him so hard across the back. He dropped his knee. He looked at the referee. What the fuck was that? I came to front and hit me right across in the chest. Now, back then, the police were standing around the ring and, keep the peace. Now the people pushing the rail, pushing because they were so mad because, they loved the assassin, And so, James, there was one big guy, only one incident, never second time, only one incident. There was one big guy was smart enough, came through the security and slide. He's a tall, skinny guy, taller than me. And my eye caught him. I see, James, you don't know he might come with a knife. And my eye caught the tall guy. Man, goodness. I mean, that's not my nature. I don't want to hurt nobody. Man, I kick him so hard, knock him out. I mean, with my kick, I give the guys my work kick, but I kick him so hard, knock him out, and out cold. And so Paul Jones and Ray Kennedy, you know how big Ray Kennedy and how small Ray Kennedy, they ran to the locker room because Ray Kennedy ran past Paul. That's how scared he was. And big black officer told me, son, if I were you, I run too. So I came on my way to the locker room. They were hitting me, spitting me, kicking me on my way to the locker room. For the fan. Huh? They were so mad. And James, I thought they're gonna fire me on my first day. So, they just hire me. Now I thought they're going to fire me the first. When I came there, Dusty and Jim Crockett were waiting for me. They were cussing me. I mean, I thought I'm done, and Dusty says, son, this is Charlotte, North Carolina. This ain't Puerto Rico. We have law, we have rules, so you have to follow rules. So, what I'm saying, James, they didn't unleash me. They didn't unleash me. I just wanna bring more money to the people. To help the territory. But so what happened? Never happened again.
Yeah. With you coming into the NWA, you're tag teamed up with superstar Billy Graham pretty much immediately. Have you still got me? Just pausing. Yeah, sorry about that. We had another internet issue. You immediately get sort of tagged up with superstar Billy Graham. What was he like at this time to be around? Because I used to do a podcast with Don Morocco, and Don always used to say that Superstar was having troubles at the time, when he was doing the karate kung fu thing. and he wasn't the same as he was maybe back in the 70s. How did you find him to deal with?
No, he was great. Great experience when he was with us with Paul Jones, and was a big deal for me. I learned a lot from the man and listened to him. Never opened my mouth. That's every time I go to a Terry James, I close my mouth and open my ear. And with Superstar in NWA was it was a blessing, to meet the man, to learn from the man. But he was a good man. Yeah, he was a good man to me.
What did he teach you specifically about your on-screen presentation, about being larger than life and being a big character?
Yeah, he's just he I remember he told me, Bob, as a heel, you have to work your character as a heel, as a heel. And a baby, you had to be, with a fan, but just go there and work your character, and and try to heal the hell out of the baby face. That's it will help, help your character and help the message.
Did he change over the years? Because you were in the WWF at the same time as Billy, and then Billy would go public with his dislike of Vince McMahon and the WWF. Did you notice him getting more unhappy with the business as time went on?
James, when we came up to WWF, Billy was not there. Yeah. Superstar was not there. There was Hogan era. Remember? Mm-hmm. There was Hogan era. I met Superstar in the NWA. NWA, but when we came up to WWF, he left already. Yeah. So don't know much about Billy and the relationship him and Vince McMahon.
I will move on then. And someone I'd like to ask is Manny Fernandez as insane as he appears to be?
Can you repeat it, James?
Sorry,
go ahead.
Is Manny Fernandez as crazy as he comes across on screen?
Manny's a good friend of mine. I love Manny, but he's not a little crazy. He's a big crazy. But especially when he drink a few beers and you say something wrong. Manny was known. Take care himself, and he was a tough guy. And Manny was, let me tell you a little story. I don't know if Manny told you. We did what do you call Crockett Cup in Baltimore.
Yeah.
I remember like last week. And I think the story, it came from Texas, and Manny always hate Tully. Tully Prince always hate. I think the story came from San Antonio, when Manny was working for Tully and his father Joe. And I don't know much of a story, but it came to my story. I remember the Crockett Cup. They won, Dusty won everybody to be there at noon, 12 noon. So everybody there, include Manny. So I remember the four, Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen. I think pay-per-view too. I think they just came in like six, and Manny was steaming, and he looked at Tully. Tully was, everybody walked in front of Tully, and Tully was the last walking behind everybody. So, and Manny was sitting by me. True story, if you ask Manny. Manny was sitting by me, and Manny got up. Because I know Manny. Short fuse. Manny got up. Oh, you think you are super? No, to Tully, straight to Tully. You think you are superstar? We are here in 12 o'clock, and you think you are superstar? Just come in at 6:30, and Tully was carrying a bag. See the mistake Tully did. He dropped the bag. You follow me, James? Mm-hmm. When he dropped the bag, oh man, it was 1, 2, 3, 4 right in the face. I mean, my eyes was true story. My eyes was wide open. I said, "Oh my God!" I mean, I jump up and hold Manny. But catch this: when I hold Manny, Tully 1, 2, 3, 4 on Manny's face too, because I'm holding Manny. Oh man! After that, I mean, if I was not there, Manny would kill Tully. But so a good thing I was there to give them peace. Manny don't forget, Manny was with us with Paul Jones. Never talked to me for about a month. So he was mad at me. I said, you should let me kill him. Or he was mad at me for from holding him. But Manny will tell you something.
I mean, from what I've seen of Manny, I mean, the punches he threw on TV looked like they were going straight through somebody's face. Was he like the stiffest wrestler to work with out there, or was someone even stiffer?
Yeah, Manny was stiffer. Manny was stiff. Even he was me, and I told Manny, don't hold back, just Manny, even the chop, I mean, everything he gave. So, back then was not too many live shows. We did a lot of tape TV. And Manny was brutal, the young guys. I mean, like George South, ask George. George will do the same thing. And but the Manny, that's Manny. That's who he was. That's his style, and we better live with
it. From super stiff to as easy to work with as it looked like, we've got to talk about Jimmy Valiant. And I've interviewed Jimmy, and he's just the nicest man still. And the feud that you and Paul Jones' army had with him seemed to stretch for decades. It seemed to go for years and years and years. How did you adjust?
Jimmy. Jimmy. I love Jimmy. I always call him Uncle Jimmy. And I remember back in the days, and he liked me. He liked me because I took care of him, and I know Jimmy took care of me. And let me tell you the story. One time we did a sports show, Paul show, just single man, because I married to the man for almost 5 months. Every time I work Jimmy, never break a sweat, because that's how smart this man. Okay, back to my story. We did a sports of some high school gym, NWA, and Jimmy and me and Paul was in the ring. He'll go first in the ring, wait for Jimmy. Here comes Jimmy playing his music. And Jimmy, he dancing, he go kissing people. Jimmy have to play his music 4 times. That's how smart he is. He has to play 4 times. And Paul was steaming and smoking. Told me, go up there and kick his ass. I go, no. Just please, Paul, leave him alone. So he played 4 times, and when he came in, the finish, Jimmy always go over, like a schoolboy me. So this time, when he came back, and we always go the same method, I attack, and they make a little comeback. Here come Paul, push me, Paul take a bump, slip a ball, I hit, I come to attack Jimmy, he move, I hit Paul take a bump, he scored Paul, things like that, same style, same method every night.
Yeah.
So this night, boom. But remember, James, we have a deal. We used to have a deal. Bob, the referee, always come to me, Bob. Bookie say, remember the deal. Yes, I remember. Our deal was, you don't slam me, I don't slam you. You don't suplex me, I don't suplex you. But that's our deal. So this particular night, he played 4 times his music. He came in, boom. I pick him up. When I pick him up, every time I pick him up, I give him an easy back break. You follow me, James? Yeah. So he did, lovely. Yeah, thank you, son. So this time I pick him up. He thought I give him a back break. I give him a big full slam. Boom! Boom! He caught up. And James, he was so mad at Paul. He chased Paul to the locker room, and I'm standing in the ring. That's raised my hand for the first time, because he was chasing Paul so all of it. Oh, he was so mad. So I came back to the locker room. He was cussing Paul, telling me to slam me. But Paul didn't tell me to slam me.
Really?
Oh, that was a funny night. So the referee raised my hand for the first time. Oh, my God, it was funny.
I know you didn't see the show, but Jimmy Valiant was brought up on this Tales from the Territory show a few days ago, and one of the stories involved somebody trying to attack, I think, Jerry Lawler. I think it was Mario Galento, and Jimmy Valiant was there in the locker room, and yeah, in Memphis, exactly, and he just went straight in his bag and just got a gun out and put the gun straight in Mario Galento's face. Was Jimmy the only one to carry a gun, or did all the bad guys carry a gun in the bag in those days?
Do you know, James? I didn't know Jimmy carried a gun. I never see. So I didn't know. But some of the guys, they, back in the days, fan took advantage. Took advantage, and the guys they not gun. The guys they carry what do you call like a nightstick. Yeah, like the police nightstick, and they carry knife. I never see anybody carry gun back in the days. Do you know? Me and Warlord and Fuji, we have to go. Back in the days, the fan were so crazy. They hate the bad guys. We had to go to the arena at noon. You follow me, James? At noon. That's so until 8:00. So what are we gonna do between noon and 8:00? But there was a reason. No reason, because we don't want fan, not even one fan. Don't want fan to know what vehicle we drive. We come back only the wheel there. The car. So I mean, it was so bad. We have to go to the arena and sleep on find somewhere to do. But that's how bad it was. The fan. Yeah.
Yeah, you brought up Warlord. How can we not mention him? And you've got to be honest with me, Barb. And Warlord's not here, but out of the two of you, who's the strongest? Who's got the record bench? Who's got the record squat? Who's got the record deadlift?
I cannot. Terry was strong. He's a little taller. Long arms. I believe I bench a little heavier than Terry. I bench a little heavier than Terry because he's long. He's a little taller than me, and behind shoulder maybe a little. I'm a little edged than Terry, but Terry is really strong on squat. Remember back then his squat was so he really strong on squats and bicep. I remember I saw Terry did two, if I'm not mistaken, he did 250. A bicep standing.
Really?
Standing. Yeah. I mean, he's still checking, but he still come up. I saw him do 250. I said, oh my gosh, I never see that. Some of the people back then never bench 250, but I saw the big man. He did it 250. Up and down bicep. Yeah, he was really strong on bicep and squat. But I took a little bit advanced on bench and shoulder.
So what were your records then? What's the most you've ever benched?
Oh my God, James, you had to go there. I did 650, 655.
Jesus.
655, 650. Yeah, my max. With a shirt.
Right.
Yeah, with a shirt. Without the shirt, probably to 590. Yeah, 590 without the shirt. With the shirt, 650, 655. Yeah.
What do you do now? Because you're still a huge man. How much do you hit the gym? And so what do you bench? What's your workout routine now?
No change. Those days are gone. I don't bench this other no more. Right now I do a 315, maybe 4 reps. 4 reps, 4 or 5, good day, maybe 5. Your shoulder is gone. All the aching and lower back. Yeah, those days are gone. You were young and crazy. I told Chris, my strongest range from when I was 28. I did 65 when I was 29 years old. So from 28 to 35, to me, that's my strongest. That's my strongest range.
I thought I was doing good doing 250, but never mind.
Oh, that's wonderful. And you're young. 250 is good. But Yeah, I just stay with 3 plate and no more. Yeah, those days are gone.
With doing the weightlifting now, there's a very, very famous interaction with you and Warlord versus the Road Warriors, where you did the bench press competition, and then you guys attacked the Road Warriors. Were the weights there real, or were they weren't gimmick weights, were they?
No gimmick weight. No gimmick weight. We did that in front of the Coliseum, or Prince Paul, I believe. Yeah, well, no gimmick weight, and we had to cheat it, James, because we don't want to be embarrassed. Animal was strong. Animal was strong, and I love those guys. Oh, I love those guys to death. They help us in our career. And we did that angle with our bench press, and so we had to work that angle to cheat it, as a heel, and we attacked it. Yeah, it went well. Yeah. We did good with that angle.
I saw an interview with J.J. Dillon, and he said that I can't remember if it was Hawk or Animal ended up getting legitimately a broken eye socket, a broken orbital socket. Was that true?
Yeah, it is. I was not there. I was off, and Terry was working a single with a Road Warrior because try to building for the bench press in Brooklyn, and I was not there. I believe Terry told me he gave Joe a side suplex. I believe so. Side suplex.
You got.
Yeah, side suplex. That's what I was not there, but Terry told me. He gave me a side suplex, and I think I don't know, elbow maybe or something. He's crack his eye. What do you call it? His eye socket.
Yeah. His orbital bone.
Yeah, and that's why he wore. And she Joe was so strong. It just did it like a couple of days before the bench press. A couple of days before, man. And that's where he wore the spider mask. And that's what happened.
Yeah. With the Road Warriors, I've heard from Demolition that they said that when they feuded with the Road Warriors, it was more difficult because they were so similar. They were all 4 of them big guys. They never backed down, that kind of thing. Did you find the same thing when the Powers of Pain went against Road Warriors?
To be honest with you, James, no. I think it was a little... Yeah, I think it was a little easier for us because we different reaction, great reaction with our Demolition because they brought us as a big guys to work the Demolition. Demolition was as a tag team they ruled WWF, so they bring 2 guys to see if give them a competition, but no, I didn't see no different. I see no different.
Yeah. Did you learn anything? Actually, here's a question for you. Because the Road Warriors came first as the 2 huge muscle-bound guys. At first, did they look at you and Warlord and think there was a bit of like gimmick infringement kind of thing? Or were you friendly straight away?
Warlord is from Minnesota. He's really good. He's really good friend with the Animal, and I don't believe they look at us I don't believe they what do you call it? Intimidate them. Because they know Terry and they know me a little bit back then, and that's why they were willing to help us and working with us. And Hawk and. Mike and Joe talked to us. They talked to us before we did that angle. See if we like it. We like that idea. I said, guys, whatever you guys want to do, whatever works, okay with us. And that's how we went ahead and did, and it went well. Throw and make them more money, make us a little bit money, because they are the team. They are the team to beat.
I know they were paid very well. They were paid very well, weren't they?
Oh, believe me, I was there. Yeah, they pay really well, and they used to have what do you call it? They used to have the gym, and they have the the bands, Sumo. Yeah, they owned it. Yeah. Oh, they made a killing. We just happy to be part and and I was glad, they were willing and they liked us to work the problem.
Did they get you any free Zubaz pants?
Yes. They give Taylor a punch, and they give me a punch. Yes, sir.
We're going to move to the WWF, but can you tell me why you and Warlord left the NWA?
Oh man, yeah. Many people ask me this question. I believe you know the answer already, James.
I don't. I genuinely don't know the answer, so I've never heard it.
Yeah, so we work around the country, just a regular match with a Road Warrior, and this time Dusty said, "Yeah, we're gonna change a little bit." I said, "Okay," but we thought maybe something else. So he said, "No, we're gonna do a scaffold match." You follow me, James?
Mm-hmm.
A scaffold, James. Yeah. I was 315. Terry was 325 or 330. Brother, a scaffold, we never done scaffold match. If we do the scaffold, Road Warrior is not gonna take the fall. It's gonna be us. And if we drop the fall, break the ankle, and that'll be the end of our career. So I said, I do not talk much. I let my wife call. Okay, honey, call the New York and see if they are interesting of us. So Mama called, and I believe Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson was a book at the time. Pat Patterson, and they talked back and forth, and there was a reason. There was a reason that we left, because of scaffold match. If there was no scaffold match, we probably still there.
Did Dusty Rhodes basically say you either do the scaffold match or you're gone? There was no. That was it.
No, he didn't say that. No, in his mind, he thought we're gonna do the scaffold match. Because we always say yes. We never say no. Road Warrior is different story. Mm. They will say no, but us will say yes. But when we say no. When we left, that's when we say no. Huh? Yeah. Oh, he didn't like it. Dusty didn't like it when we left.
Well, I've got. I told you this beforehand. I've written so many questions that we'll never get to. So I'm going to be picking and choosing the best ones I can.
Sure.
And
yeah. We can go overtime.
Good. That's what I like to hear. That is all I like to hear. There's a question that everybody loves to ask. Who would win in a bar fight when they're at their peaks, Haku or Brock Lesnar?
Wow, that's a tough one, James. There's two different animals. These two different animals from a different style. Oh my gosh, I never met Brock. And I respect him for what he did. And of course, I respect the brother. Haku is my brother. But man, it's a tough one. Okay, let me put it this way: if it's go by rule, you follow me, Chris? If you go by rule, oh no, you cannot touch his eye. You cannot broke his nose. If you go by rule, Brock will win. I mean, that's my idea. Brock, go by rule. Brock will tight. Haku, every which way, and Brock will win. But if anything goes, because I know my brother, if anything goes, I have to give it to Haku. Mm-hmm. Haku is a crazy strength. Oh man, you don't know. I know the man. You don't know the man. The strength, a crazy strength. But if you know rule, maybe Haku will take the edge. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's my opinion. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, it's almost like the wrestling equivalent of Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
How many times, because everybody always says that they've seen Haku in action, someone's tried to start a fight with him in a bar or when he's wrestling. How many times were you witness to somebody trying to attack or insult Haku?
James, I never see Haku action. I just hear a story. Cool thing, because one fight. So I never see him act. Is that funny, Chris? Is that funny? everybody see his exit but me. Never saw. I just hear story. You know what happened in Baltimore. Pete that kid knows. You know. I was not there. I was not there. I was not feel good. I think I came down with something. We just had a house show. I came down with something. I went upstairs, called Mama, and Terry was supposed to bring me food. And what happened? Terry told me everything, and I never see him action, but I just hear story. Is that something?
I know, that's amazing. I would have thought you would have been. I would have thought you'd be there with him.
Yeah, never see. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to ask you one more question, and then we'll get to the big finale at the end. Okay.
Okay.
And soon after, right. So you debut in the WWF. Your manager, I don't know how many people know this briefly, was Tito Santana, and then shortly afterwards you become a bad guy, and then Mr. Fuji becomes your manager. Did you travel with Fuji, and how many ribs did he pull on you?
Okay, let me correct you here, James.
Okay.
Tito Santana helped me here most. Tito Santana never managed us. Our first manager was Baron von Raschke.
Oh, in the WWF?
Yeah.
Really?
WWF.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, correct me. I don't remember Tito.
Maybe it was just once for TV or something like that. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, the internet's gone weird again. But so Baron von Raschke in the WWF was your first manager?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for a very short time, and then Fuji came. And let me tell you a little thing about Fuji. Oh, we love Fuji. You know, we lost. Heartbroken when I heard, especially me. Terry. He not too much relationship with Fuji, you know, but me and he's from Hawaii and I'm from Tonga, and and he was in my house one time, and Mama cooked, and he loved Mama cooked. So back to my story. One time, James, first time we went to the WWF, we came to the hotel. I told most the story. We came to the hotel, and back in the days there was no internet. You have to go to the front desk and ask them the address to the building. Mm-hmm. So a big wallet went and asked the lady, and the lady told her, before the lady opened his mouth, Fuji. We saw the old man sit in the lobby, but we didn't know. We never met nobody. We didn't know he was Fuji. Fuji got like, big guy, you want to get to the building? Yeah, I know. I'm master. Not Mr. Master. I'm Master Fuji. We shake hands. Yes, Master. Nice meeting you. We know nothing about the Fuji. So Fuji told us, okay, big man, I go with you. Okay, so now in a car, Fuji sit in front and I sit behind Fuji. Fuji told, big man, you listen to me. This is warlord driving. Big man, you listen to me. You follow my direction. I get us there. Yes, Master. So James, he was waiting in the lobby. Okay, James.
I'm back. Sorry, you were waiting in the lobby.
You okay now?
I'm okay now. Sorry, you were waiting in the lobby.
Okay, yeah. So, but Fuji was in the lobby waiting for demolition to come down so they can go to the. It's a little pause too. Sorry, James.
Oops. Sorry, we're having internet issues here. So Fuji was in the lobby with you, Master Fuji.
Yeah. So so Fuji was in the lobby waiting for the demolition, but he ended up went with us. He was trying to give us the direction to the arena, to the building. So we drove the road. We don't know if Fuji was the master of the Ripper. So we went on the. I remember sitting behind Fuji. I remember we were on the highway. We were on the highway for about 10 minutes, and he told, big man, exit here. So the car, Warlord, exit. We go for another 10 minutes, and we bagged the highway. We bagged the highway again, and I said to myself, this is weird. Highway, city light, back the highway. We didn't know he was a master of the Ripper. So finally, we go to the arena almost an hour, James. And I said myself, I told them, this is kind of far, you know. So we believe it's almost an hour from the hotel to the arena. So we, after the show, I believe it was Tito Santana or Ricky Martel. Either one of them asked me where we stay. And I told him, no, Warlord told him the hotel. We were sitting together. And a guy, I believe it was Tito. Tito said, 5 minutes away. Terry said, no. It must be a wrong hotel. You think, no, 5 minutes away. And I think it was Ricky Martel. I think Ricky Martel. I said, if you don't believe me, follow us. Follow us up to the hotel. I said, okay. So we still don't believe, you know. So, yeah, sure enough, took us 5-6 minutes to the hotel. I said, God damn it. Yeah, and Martel told us, who you were with? Fuji. Solve my case. That was that. And we found out Fuji will rip himself to rip others. You follow?
Yeah.
Oh, he was the master because he was the master. He will rip him. You know, some guys, they rip the other guys without themselves. But Fuji will rip himself. You know? Oh, man. We found out Fuji really quick.
when you found out that Master Fuji was going to be your manager, were you like, oh no, this is going to be a non-stop
we
rip?
Scared to death. We scared to death. I said, man, this man is going to rip us every night. We scared to death. But we were lucky, you know, he never ripped over except like, you know, that time, you know, the highway. So, yeah, never ripped us. But I told Moose, I caught him one, James.
Oh yeah,
good thing he passed away. He don't listen. So we were in the Madison Square Garden, James, and I said to myself, how do I cut the master? How do I cut the master without you know, get caught? So we were in a locker room in Madison Square Garden, big show. And everybody outside, they went and eat coffee, and Fuji was out there too. And I look at the table. You know, remember that black hat he always wear to the ring? He always wear black hat. And I saw his head on the table. I told Bush, I said, I was thinking, my mind, my brain went 100 miles, right, thinking, what can I do with the head? And I look up the ceiling, and I push the ceiling, you know, those ceiling, you know, it's open. I put his head, James, I put his head high, you know, inside the ceiling. So Fuji came and look at the table, no head. Oh, James, he was so mad. He was screaming and he cussing F word. I will F somebody, mess with my head. James, I told Mush, I was scared to death. you know, I was scared to death to get caught. I mean, true, so I was scared to death. And he was mumble, and he wanted to know who did it. Finally, me and Marty Chenetti was the only two in the locker room. You know, Marty's a ripper too.
Oh, yeah.
So Fuji, somehow he went hallway and mumble and hallway. I told Marty, help me. Go look, you know, one eye out. And look, see if me and Fuji, you know, don't come back. So, James, I brought his head back to the table, put it on the table, and I told Marty, you better leave the room. So Marty took off. I went to the toilet. You follow me, James? I went to the toilet, pretend I'm using. So now his head on the table. Now Fuji came back and looked at that head. I said, oh, somebody want to rip the master, huh? Rip the master. Oh, I still want to F this person. Oh, man. So I flushed the toilet, pretend I've been there for, you know, for long. I came up, what happened, Fuji? Oh, someone just put my head and I want, if you hear anything, he called me John. John, if you hear anything, let me know because I want to F this person so bad. But he was oh, bless his heart.
And you got away with it scot-free.
Yeah, I got away. Oh, goodness.
Good man. Right, we've got about 5 minutes left, right? So what I'll do is we'll do the big finale. Hopefully the internet will stay okay for a few minutes. I'm going to give you just some names you've worked with in the past, and you tell me a very short thing of what you think about them. If you like, you probably like them all. You may have a little story for them as well. And the first name is Matt Bourne.
Matt Bourne. Wow. I don't. We were in Portland, or we were in Portland. I believe he's from Oregon, and we were in Portland. I never worked Matt. Yeah, we were same age, I believe. And guess who I worked there? Magnum TA.
Really?
But Magnum was Terry Allen. Oh, they always put me with Terry every night. But Matt Bourne never worked. But I met Matt there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next name is Bob Sweetan.
Oh, Bob Sweetan, the old man. Is he still alive?
I don't think so. No. I'll check.
Yeah, I came to San Antonio for a tournament. And long story short, he won the tournament, and they feed me. He beat me in probably 2 minutes. With his finish pile driver. Yeah, pile driver. That's I worked him once, just in the tournament, and that's how I know the man.
Yeah, he died in 2017.
2017. Good man, very experienced, good man from Texas.
Ted DiBiase.
Ted DiBiase. Never worked against DiBiase, but we were. You remember we teamed some Survivor. There was a Survivor. We team up, but never work against him. Yeah.
Okay. Harley Race.
Harley Race, never work against Harley. We've been a good thing. I never work him. He's tough. He's tough as a nail. But great experience. Learn a lot from him. Learn a lot. He was the real man.
The next name I've got here is Marty Jannetty. So did he ever rib you?
No, never rib us. We never rip us. And Marty and Sean, we love those guys. But James, we had some great matches with any team. But this particular, these guys, oh my gosh, we have some great matches. The match was so good, and the women, women love this guy back in the day. We make the heel out of I made a baby face out of that. The heat was so good. The women cried. The women around the ring, they were really crying because they thought we were hurting them. Oh, we love those guys. They know how to work big guys, double team. You see some of our matches, unbelievable matches. Yeah, we love those guys.
Jose Lothario.
Oh, yeah, and I met him once. When I was in Texas, I believe.
Yeah, for Joe Blanchard, was this?
Yeah. Never worked him, but Jose. Yeah.
I'm picking some bad ones. I know right? So I do a podcast with this man, Dutch Mantel.
Dutch Mantel, yes. I never worked Dutch. I don't remember working Dutch, but when I was in Memphis, he was the assistant booking for Lola. So Dutch was a good man, very smart in the business. And I love Dutch. Love you, Dutch. Take care.
Ricky Morton.
Oh, my friend. Ricky will sell. He's a good seller. One of the best sellers in the business. Steamboat, Ricky Morton. Ricky Morton is one of the best sellers, and he can sell for the broomstick. If you work a broomstick, he will. I mean, anybody, But I love Ricky and Robin.
I don't know if you've wrestled this one. Bad News Brown or Bad News Allen.
Who's that? Bad News Allen. Is that Bad News Brown?
Yeah.
Oh, Bad News Allen. Yeah, we were in WWF. Is that
Yes.
Yeah. He's my friend. Never worked him. Been the same territory. Tough guy. Yeah, don't cross the. Very tough guy. I believe he passed. Yeah, he passed.
Yeah,
passed
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, tough guy was a tough guy.
I know you wrestled this guy, Bob Backlund.
No,
Yeah.
No.
I looked through. You wrestled him for Pro Wrestling USA. Yeah, I'm sure.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't remember. I'm just getting old. I don't remember. Yeah, I did. Oh, that was a blessing to win the champion. Oh, I love Bob, but I don't remember I worked Bob. Well, that's good if I did.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that's good.
Do you have a story about Dr. Death Steve Williams?
Yeah, my friend, bless his heart. Yeah, I don't know much about Dr. Death. I know he was a tough guy. I wrestled him in Japan. Yeah, I wrestled him in Japan for Inoki. They put him as a babyface. There's only one American that I know. They make him babyface. When we come there, all Japanese babyface, American bad guys. But they put Dr. Death with Japanese as a baby. Yeah, I worked him quite a few in Japan. We had some great matches. A tough guy. He was the first one. Remember, he used a gorilla press. And he read me 3-4 times. I was over 300 pounds. Wow. That's how strong. Oh, I respect him. How strong Steve was.
I'll probably give you about 3 more, and then I will thank you for your time.
Sure.
Gene Anderson.
Who?
Gene Anderson.
Oh, I thought you say Arn. No, his time was a little before us. Never worked with Gene, but every time we come to TV, remember Crockett, we come into interview interview, and he always liked to pick on me. Always come to pick on me, he pinch me, and he liked when somebody sell for him. I always put him over. I sell, even I didn't feel it. I still sell for him.
I heard a story many years ago where apparently Gene Anderson would always shake your hand and he'd crunch down on it all the time.
Yes, very, very strong. Very strong. Yeah, shake hand.
Who else am I going to ask you about? Dennis Condrey.
Oh, that's one of the Midnight Express.
Yeah.
Yes. I just saw him. Me and Haku, we did a show in Illinois somewhere for Herb Shimon. Yeah, he was there. He was there signing autograph. Was good to see the brother. And I believe I will see him next week, next week for some show in Ohio. I will see Dennis. It was good to see the brother. Yeah. He looked the same. Great spirit. Good spirit.
Okay, 2 more then. Nikita Koloff.
Never worked Nikita, but same territory, NWA. I believe he's a preacher. He's a preacher now.
I think so, yeah.
Family man. All I know about Nikita, he saved his money, family man, and straight to the business. And he's a good man. Yeah.
And we'll finish with a story about Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant. Andre was bigger than life. We all respect him, and we used to call him boss. Give him whatever he wants, and in the locker room, everybody respect him, and he did a lot. He did a lot to the business, and he was a good man.
Did you ever drink with him?
No, never drink with him. I was too little for him. Andre, I remember we traveled one time, me, Haku in the back, and someone's driving, and I sit behind it. And my job to open the beer and give it to him, And somehow I was too slow to open. He just finished, I saw he drink those long neck. I want to see how many beer before he slowed down. I be honest with you, I saw him, those long neck, I saw him drink 7 before he slowed down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, then he slowed down. I said, oh my God, I would be dead if I drink like that. But he was a giant. He was a giant, and I love him. He was a good man.
Yeah, and much missed as well, I believe, from everyone I've ever spoke to about Andre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Yeah, he was. He was good. And Haku, he loved Haku. Well, he loved Haku. That's what they were taking one time. He loved Haku, so Haku can take pump for him. But yeah, he liked me, and he liked love Haku. He liked me, and yeah, we miss him. Yeah, it was a big miss.
Absolutely,
yeah, just like Anthony Inoki. Yeah,
absolutely. For now, Barb, I'm so thankful for you for putting up for all these internet problems that we were having and everything. But thank you so much for. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and please come back again whenever you're next back around.
Sure. Let me know, and hopefully to see you. We're coming in April. We're coming in April to Manchester.
Really? Oh, who are you coming for?
Yeah, there was a big signing in April. I believe the last week of April. And Powers of Pain. There are a bunch of guys coming, but I know Powers of Pain up there. Yeah, I'd like to meet you, and please come there.
Yeah, okay? I will see you. I will see you in
April.
Yeah,
follow us. Yeah, thank you, James. Yeah. Nice talking to you.
Thank you so much.